Alright, what's up, Ride Warriors? Back here playing Planet Coaster again. I think we're going to continue on with the carousel building here. Last time we did the lighting and everything. Offline, since the last episode, I have duplicated all the lights and everything to be on all four sides. So I think we'll quickly just have a look at it at nighttime. And then we'll continue on, because I still want to do some lighting on the underside, on the inside, and then I want to put those gold accent pieces on the columns here. So let's go to 8 p.m. timing. We'll not edit the building real quick, and you can see now this looks really nice from all four sides. It looks good from the air too. Just even looking down on it, you've got the ride in there. I'm really happy with how this has come out so far, and those little arm lights that are sort of shining down on those coat of arm accent pieces that we decided to put on there last time. So in general, I think this is looking pretty good, and we're almost done here. I want to do a little bit more lighting on the inside and put those accent pieces on the columns. So why don't we change it back to daytime? Go to 3 p.m. That seems to be good lighting for this, and we'll work on it from this side again, and then I can do the multi-select, advanced duplicate, and move tool. Now they were in decorations, I think, but they weren't in lights. They were just sort of this random thing. Oh, and the other thing that I've figured out is I think I mentioned in the last episode or two that I did create a park logo, and I figured out how to import them into a directory so that those gray customizable flags that I was looking at before, there is a nice way to get the park logo on that flag. So that's something I will probably do at some point here. Maybe not on this particular building. So let's look at these. They're called Baroque trim pieces. Let's see what we can do here. This one's a little too big to put on those columns. This one doesn't look bad. It doesn't really fill it in very well, though. I like this one better. And actually, I think let's go back to the ride real quick so I think I did this in the last episode where I sort of copied this color code, because I don't want those trim pieces to be the same as the brownish tan that's on the column, the painted column pieces. I want them to be sort of more of that gold look that we have on the merry-go-round itself. So we'll do that. Oh, edit Grande Carousel Pavilion, and let's get lined up with the grid again. I don't think the position snapping is going to be favorable for this. Let's change it to the correct color, which is there. It's just a little bit brighter. See if position snap is friendly here. No, it's not. That's fine. So the position snap, sort of, kind of want to put it there, and then we'll adjust this. So let's try and get it centered, approximately centered anyway. See, the center of that piece doesn't make it look completely centered because it's wider at the bottom. I don't know that the center is actually at the origin of the part isn't perfectly centered, I don't think. So I think having it like that actually looks pretty centered. I shift it just a little bit, because it's at a slight angle. I think that's good. So then we probably want to center it height-wise here. We've got 2 boards there, 2.5 boards there. Yeah, I mean, I think this is probably good here. I think that's probably about the height I want. Maybe a little bit lower. Yeah, I think that's good there. So that's fine. So now if I do the advanced duplicate and move, can I change that to the left piece? And yes, I can. So you can do the Control X to do an advanced duplicate and move, and then while you're doing the advanced move on that new piece, you can actually change what type of element it is, just like I did there. So I turned it into a left-hand piece. So that's useful because now, if I go to rotate, are they the same piece? No. So if I rotate, I want to rotate 180 degrees so that the larger piece is on the bottom, just like it was over on the other side. And then I've got that approximately centered there. It's at the same height because I based it off of it. Yeah, I think that looks good. Just sort of a nice little bit of accent to put on the building. And I think I want to put a little bit of stuff on the inside as well. Kind of thinking that maybe I do want to actually center this on the origin, though. At least very closely to it. Just sort of eyeballing it. It's not completely centered from that standpoint. I think that looks pretty good. So we'll call that good, and now the question is, what do I want to do in terms of putting it on the inside? I suppose I could just duplicate it and flip it to the other side. It's going to be difficult to see. I'm going to go into free cam here. I almost feel like I should be putting flowers on this side as well, just to sort of complete the look. I've got them hanging on the outside here. Well, maybe not. So let's do, now luckily, if I do the shift click for a multi-selection, the origin appears in the middle of the two pieces. So what that means I can do is I can rotate it around, then go back to translation. I should be able to pull them right through the wall so that they appear on the back side of this column. And there they are. And that's exactly where they need to go. So now I'll just put them there until they don't clip through. Right there. Okay. So those are placed. Now we've got a little bit of accent on the inside of the columns as well, so that it looks a little bit jazzy on the inside, if you will. Okay, so now what I should be able to do, I should be able to advanced duplicate and move those. And because now they're on the front and the back side of the columns, I shouldn't have to rotate these at all. I should just be able to translate them over to the other side. So let's jump over to the other side of the building. And I should be able to just translate them. I'm going to change the time of day back to the, whoops, I think if I just uncheck this, I don't know what time of day the game is currently at. Let's see. It says it's at 10:02 a.m. So let's go to the 8 a.m. I think the lighting will be there. Yeah, that's better. So now I should be able to translate these. Let's go back over here so I can get really close to the column and see just exactly when they start to clip through the column. I think right there. So that's good. So I've got those four things selected. Now if I go back over to the original side, I should be able to shift click shift click. I'm going to go into free cam and go over here. And ideally, because this building is symmetric on all 4 sides, I've got 8 things selected, so I'll Control X for my advanced duplicate and move. And now hopefully the origin has appeared in the middle of the building, which is hopefully approximately the middle of the carousel. So hopefully just by rotating, it's very, very close to where it needs to be already. It's close. It's close. It's not perfect. So let's translate these and hopefully I think that might be good. That looks good. Let's go to the other side of the building, make sure that everything's looking correct there. That looks good. And over on this side, it's clipping through just a little bit, so maybe we need to bring this just one more tick. I think that's kind of what we're going for. That's good. Can't tell if that's good or not. I think those are clipping through just a bit. But the placement and the rotation's good. So I think what we'll do is we'll just edit them one by one. It just saves us a little bit of time. Yeah, I kind of want them to have that shadow around the edge, because realistically they would actually have that. Okay, so that set is good. Let's do the set on the outside here, and then hopefully the ones on those other columns are looking pretty good. Let's change it back to the 3 p.m. So we've got the lighting on the right side here. X is our advanced move. Yeah, that looks good. See, they seem to be clipping in there, so maybe I'll pull them out one more unit. Yeah, that's good. Okay. That side's good. Let's go back over to the other side just to make sure these are looking okay. We'll edit these real quick. Uncheck this, get the light on this side. Again, like I said in one of the opening videos, there's going to be points here where I'm not really talking through everything. So I'm just trying to focus on getting a few things placed, and this is one of those cases. So I think what we'll do, we'll go right. Oh. Right there. I think that looks good. Okay. So we've got now those little accent pieces that are sort of placed, which I think look good. Yeah, I think it looks nice, and having them on the back side of the columns just adds a little bit. So now what we'll do, I think sort of one of the last things to do for the building itself is to decide what we're going to do for lights on the underside. And I can't decide yet if I want to put lights on the underside of those beams that just go all the way across so that they're pointing down, or if I want them on the sides. Let's go into the lighting. Lights. And we're gonna set the lighting to say 6 p.m. so we can get an idea of what it looks like. And again, it looks really, really nice, and those arm lights are sort of coming down on those gold accent pieces that we put. I guess we don't necessarily need lights on the inside parts. We could just do it on the outside parts. So it shouldn't be that difficult to do. So we know that we want constant. We've got the loose ones, which we put at the front gate, but I don't think that kind of goes. I think we want to keep tighter lines here. Oops. See, I can't click the paint thing. You can probably see my cursor's moving because my recording box is there. I'm going to have to double check to make sure that they're the right color. Constant. I think we made them this color. Nope. There should have been one darker. So they're probably that color. Again, it's sort of this antique yellow gold type look. Yeah, that's the color we want. Okay, so I'm in first person because I need to get sort of more detailed with this. So I guess the question is, can we put these here? We can't put those there. Why can't we put those there? Oh, we can put them up a little higher. I guess we're just that close to the ride. We need to be close on the height. So we probably couldn't even put them on the underside if we wanted to. I'm just going to place it there because I know it's going to let me, and then I'll do the advanced move. Change it to there, and we'll see how far down we can actually go, which is basically not far down at all. I can go right there. Yeah, I think we're just going to do that, and we'll just do it on the outside. So the advanced duplicate and move, we'll slide it. We'll slide it that way. And we'll pull it to right there. And it's clipping through that wood beam, but I don't know that there's a whole heck of a lot that we can do about that. Let me do, if again, I'm recording this on Thanksgiving morning here, so if you hear my parents' dog barking, that'll probably occur at some point in some of these episodes. the next several I'll be recording over the course. Then so let's do that there, and then see how we can do as far as spacing in the middle. See, there she goes. So I've got those lights that I can kind of put there. Now let's go to the middle and see, because I'm going to do the duplicate again. Let's see where we can actually go with this. I think the 4 meters too long. It's not long by much, but it's like one bulb too long. I could probably tuck it away. I could probably tuck it away and just sort of fake it out. Oh, but I can't because it's obstructed. I need to change the height a little bit. Yeah, I can probably get away with that. I mean, there's overlap there, but I've placed it in such a way that you can't really tell that there's overlap, and then over here it sort of goes into the beam, and there's an extra light there, but you're never going to see it. So I think that's actually good. So what we'll do is I'll do the multi-select. I'm going to want this on, I think I'm just going to do it on the outsides. I don't think it needs to be on the insides as well. Control X, and it should be centered. And because in my experience these lights have been pretty finicky with the depth, I think I'm just going to place them separately. Ooh, we're lagging just a little bit. I think that's probably okay. I think I am going to pull these lights separately, because it's not going to be that much extra time and effort to do them separately. I think that's okay as long as the wire string isn't clipping through the beam, and it likes that placement. I think we're okay as far as the wire string looking. Yeah, I'm liking that. So let's place that. Let's do the advanced duplicate and move. Now again, I'm going to pull it this way. I think that's good. As far as the string not clipping through. And I'm going to have to translate it. Don't have to be approximately centered. I think that's close. That's actually very close. That's actually closer than I thought I could get from the view that I was at. Let's zoom out just a little bit. Grab the blue arrow, and we'll get it to line up about as close as we can. I think that looks good. Let's just check the other end. Other end looks good. And then we'll do our Control X. We'll rotate. We'll go to the other side. And we'll translate it this way until in place. We'll just make sure that our wires are showing there, which I think they are. Looks great. I don't think there's any reason to maybe have the lights on either side. I think that'll look fine. Good. Okay, so we're no longer editing the building now. So let's go back down to player height. With our employee there. And now we've got sort of these lights on the underside. Oh, see, now I'm second guessing myself, and that I think we do actually need to put them on the other side. Yeah, I think we kind of do. I think for that view just makes it painfully obvious that they do need to be up there. Okay, so strike everything that I just said, and that's fine. Because we'll do this. We'll edit the build. I mean, this will be quick. It's a very quick multi-select and move. So we've got those light strings, 6 things. Advanced duplicate and move. It's just translational. We'll put them right there. Make sure the light strings are showing. They are. That's good. Good. Come over to this side. So thinking ahead while I do this and complete the lighting here on the underside of the carousel, thinking ahead to what the next episode I think is going to bring, I think we'll go back to the main midway and maybe we'll start working on the building for either the gift shop perhaps or the food stands. I think that's probably the next thing we'll do. We'll go back to that because we've been spending quite a bit of time on this carousel building, which I think looks incredible, but I think we're just about done with this currently. So I think we'll go back to maybe building a building, and then once we have those buildings constructed, I think we'll be able to finally move on to doing like the lamppost lighting and the flowers and bushes and stuff that need to be going along the main midway. Because we'll do that, and then we're actually in the park, and we can start focusing more on the rides and stuff like that. It's been a tedious task, sort of getting this entryway sort of complete, but I'm quite happy with how it's come out so far. Just another set of lights, so we're almost at a half an hour for this episode already. So we'll try and button up this carousel building here in this episode, and then we'll maybe move on to some buildings. Oops, I did the height adjustment, which I didn't want to do, so we'll have to try that again. I think episode 2 of this series is dropping today, if it hasn't dropped already by the time I'm recording this. I think this is like 15 at this point already, so I mean it's a while until you see this one when I'm recording. We're pretty much just gonna pump these out one a day for a while, keep a steady stream of content coming through. I think that looks good. Let's just check the wires again, just making sure that those are visible, as they would be visible in real life. Alright, good. We'll check that, and I think we just have one more side to go. Yes, we do. Oh, do I have 2 more sides to go? Did that side? Huh. I guess I have 2 more sides to do. I thought I had done more than that. Oh well. Maybe I hit X by mistake instead of hitting my check mark. It's not selecting the things that I want now. I don't want to duplicate all that stuff. Let's try this again. There we go. Shift, shifty, clicky. Shift, click, X, Control X. That's your duplicate and advanced move. Probably the single most useful shortcut key in this game is Control X for duplicate and advanced move. Very, very useful for when you're placing lights and stuff like this and you need them to be symmetric, or you want them to look the same. I think that's pretty close. Let's go along here. That looks good. Looks good. Okay. So I want to make sure I find my check mark. There we go. Okay. So I've got lights on both sides of this beam. Yes. Both sides of that beam. Yes. Both sides of that beam. Yes. Yeah, I think maybe I just forgot to click the check mark on that one. But no big deal. Just do it again quick. And then I think we'll finally be done with the lighting for the carousel building. We're still going to do some flowers and things, bushes, but we'll wait until we do that for the main midway, and we can kind of get a similar feel for everything. That looks good. Looks good there. Okay, so let's click our checkbox. And then we're good. Excellent. Okay, so let's exit out of the building edit mode. Let's go back down to player height and look up at our building that now has light. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Having those lights on the underside of that framework now it looks a little bit more complete. It's a little bit brighter underneath. And even when you're looking on, even from the main entrance, I think that's going to be a little bit of a better look. Having lights all the way through. Let's go to 11 p.m. so that it's very, very dark in the park, and then we'll go out to the main entrance. Again at player height. Player height here. Yeah, I mean that's really cool looking to have that carousel very nicely lit up off in the distance, and having this there. I don't feel the need necessarily to put lights on both sides of these. I mean, maybe I could, and maybe I should. Well, I'll do that offline if I decide to do that, is to do these same sort of lights on both sides. I actually kind of think maybe I should now so that it looks nice from the inside as well. So I will probably end up doing that, but I will do that offline since I've been placing plenty of lights here. And I'm kind of thinking maybe the hanging baskets, maybe I should put some of those on the inside as well. I don't know. Maybe I'll just put the lights. So we're at 34 minutes for this episode, so I guess the question is, what do we want to do? Do we want to end this episode and move on? I think that looks, boy, that looks really, really nice. I think we're going to do some sidewalk lighting down here, and we'll put some lampposts here that'll sort of light up these little signs. There's no light on them now currently. So let's take a look real quick. Let's go to 5 p.m. We've still got sort of this sunset lighting type deal. The entrance doesn't look quite how I want. I kind of want the entrance to be very perpendicular here. So I want it to be like that. I think that's good. Seems to go straight in. Is it going straight in? See, I see. It's hard to tell what's actually, because the exit. I think it's based. I put it like that. I just wanna right there. I'm being very, very OCD about this at the moment. But I kind of want to make sure it's as close to perpendicular to that wood as possible. I think it makes sense to have it perpendicular. There we go. I'm happy with that. So I guess the question here is, what can we do with our queue path? I don't think it needs to be overly long. But I guess the question is, what can we do with it? Connect entrance to path. So let's, while we're here, before we move on, why don't we sort of, my dad's working in our basement. I don't know how loud that is. Well, his basement, not my basement, but his basement. So let's see. I'm just sort of experimenting with the different path types here. You can hear Thanksgiving dinner is on its way. I don't know what I want to do with this queue path here. I could do something like this. I don't want it to be overly long. But I don't want it to connect there. I want the entrance to be off to the side, and I want it to be off of the front of the midway. Can I? I might have to go down to 30-degree angle snapping. That's at 60. That's at 90. That's at 60. Go to 15 degrees. And maybe I can sort of mirror the curvature of the midway here. Sort of my hope. Because I think the, yeah, I want to sort of mirror the angle. What do you think looks nice? I think that looks good there. Can I place that there? Yeah. I think that looks good with sort of at least the sort of the layout of the path looks good. Might be able to tweak this to have it look a little bit nicer here. I like the wood queue path here, and I like that I can put maybe some bushes and things in the middle here. So that it sort of takes up this area. I've got the exit coming out the back side, which is fine. Maybe I can put, maybe I just put some foliage and a fountain or something over there. That's one train of thought. The other train of thought is to just have a very basic queue. So I have this. Let's go to paths. I'm gonna try two different things, and then sort of see which I like better. So I've got that, which is sort of a nice curve. If I take that away, oh no. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling about the way that looks. I mean, it looks good, but it looks kind of clunky. Oh, maybe I should, Maybe I should change the width here. Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably the way I should go. No. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with this just yet. I think I'll. No, see, now it wants to auto connect. Yeah, I don't want it to auto connect here. I'm gonna go back to the 45. I think it was helpful. Maybe I will just have it sort of have it straighten out to 90 right there. Yes, I can. I think that looks better. It'll give us some more options as far as putting some things in there, some scenery. Oh, but it doesn't join up there on a perfect straight, because the path isn't straight there. So maybe I'll actually curve it to 45. Maybe I'll curve it to 45 and have it join up like that. Yeah, I think that'll work. That'll give us some options as far as what we can do in this area. So I think we'll leave it like that for now. As I start to put things in here, I might change it up, but I think this will be good for now. So we'll end this episode, and hopefully we're just about done with this. So I think we'll move on to some other buildings in the next episode. So thanks for watching this one, and hopefully you'll join us for the next one.